now.
So, Bells, why are you stammering now? You are the one that said it before.
I didn't say what I was joking about Yusuf. I was joking.
So, Yusuf, why didn't you want to admit it before now?
Then it did not happen.
It ain't happening.
Oh, like this just now?
Yeah, very recent. Bells was too.
I'm coming back. Wait. Cassie. Leave the Big Brother house. You have been evicted.
No, bro. Wait, what?
Sunday Live Eviction Show recap. Okay, let's get into it as quickly as possible. So Cassie was evicted. We all know that, but that wasn't the biggest shock of the night. The biggest shock was 3 housemates standing, and of course we thought one of them would leave, and Ebuka said they were safe. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so firstly, Ebuka calls on Abby. Abby, what's good? You had a good run, or you had an interesting turnaround this week. Well done. I think he asked her about her deputy, and then you remember she came second the week that Chimsum won, and she was his deputy, even though it was decorative. But then she said, oh, I think she picked someone else earlier. And then she went on to say during Sheba's time, Sheba had the liberty to pick anybody that she wanted. So she just followed suit. But then I think they corrected it that it was going to be Chimsom. That she doesn't have a problem with Chimsom. Chimsom is her guy. Okay, so he moved on to ask Barry, why did you pick Odessa to go to the loft with you? That was a funny scene because Barry said he wanted to see where Godessa's head is at. Ebuka said, you seem to know where her head is at. Araga seems to be the outsider. Araga is looking like, what's going on? And Barry said, no, they are just getting to know each other. They don't talk as much as they would love to. But Ebuka said, you talk more than you would love to. But you know how he does? He'll be like, okay, I'll be right back. Or I'll be back. I'm like, damn. Araga will ask Godessa again after this thing finishes. Why does Ebuka keep bringing up Barry? Commercial break. When we came back, Big Brother, of course, announced the most influential housemate of the week. And of course, it was Abby. And Abby has immunity from next week's eviction. Then she was asked to spin the wheel, and she won herself a smart watch. Congratulations to her. Then the nomination twist finally comes out. Now, this is where things got interesting. Remember the nominations now, when Big Brother called the housemates that were safe and then called the head of house into the diary room to use her veto power and put up 3 housemates from her team. And of course, Big Brother asked her, of course, in front of everybody, who she put up. Imagine finding out on Sunday evening that you're up for eviction. Damn, the shock on their faces. And then she mentions Yusuf, Aiko, and Araga. And Ebuka goes, now that you all know, will all the nominated housemates stand up? Damn, look at Yusuf's face. I know in his head, it's like thinking, what's going on right now? What? Wait, what? It was funny. But anyway, yep. Oh, yeah. So when she called their names, you needed to see Aiko's smirk. Like quietly knowing I'm the Gambits and I'm going nowhere. I'm like, dang, I wish Abby knew. I wish they knew. Like, waste of space. But that's okay. I kind of like the twist because people played their game throughout the week thinking they were free of possible eviction. You know, that way. As to playing and thinking, oh my God, I'm up for eviction. I might be going on Sunday. Well, it's a different feel. Like, I felt so much for Gerard because he carried that weight the whole week, you know? So Gerard thinking, oh my God, I could go home on Sunday. And this other was feeling, I'm relaxed, I'm here, I'm not up because my team won immunity, you see? Only for Sunday to come and Big Brother says, you're all up. I like that twist. So it was time for the first eviction, and while they were standing up, Ebuka says, Cassie, you have been evicted. Oh, it was sad to see Cassie go. I'm like, no way. Cassie does a lot of things more than a few people in this house. Come on. How did you guys make Cassie leave? It was sad to see him go. Of course, they hugged him because they were shocked. Cassie? No. Well, commercial break and back. Ebuka goes to Ricky. What's going on with you and Shiba? And Ricky admitted that he likes Shiba. He said, of course, he has his own issues. He's corny, and what's the other word he used? He's too direct. And he says, I know she has a man outside, and I don't want to be too direct, you know. Then Ebuka said, but do you want to stop? And Ricky was like, well, yeah, but he doesn't want to stop. And the way he was saying it, it felt like, you know, it was almost a little push from Ebuka to not stop. You get what I mean? So that's how he took it. More like, are you sure you want to stop? Or maybe, you know, add pressure, a little push further, move forward. What exactly are you going to do? You know, and he said he's not going to stop. You could see Shiba's face in that moment. Something like, I don't know, it was just a lip read, you know. Like, she wasn't impressed by that response anyway. And then he got to the big one. Bells, Yusuf, he sees both of them. He's like, I don't even know who I want to add. Anyway, you're both seated together, so I can address both of you together here. And Ebuka goes, Yusuf, you told the other housemates that nothing intimate has happened between both of you. But according to Bells, it doesn't sound like that. You've told a few housemates that, more like, she has used the word inside me. I know he was trying to be decent. You've even used the F word, like he didn't want to say it, right? And then Yusuf was chilled there, who was sitting. And Beth was like, no, I'm just joking. I was joke like that with him. And and then Yusuf was just sitting there, calm, collected, put together, not saying much. And he just called Bells to order. Bells. And he's like, yeah, Ebuka, he would answer it. So he was referring to him telling his housemate that they had not been intimate. He said because it had not happened then. And Ebuka was like, now. And then he confirmed it. He just went, yes, we've done it. Ha! You needed to see the housemates, the expressions on their faces, the shock. Everybody was surprised. I say it's them looking at them like, nothing has happened. We're just friends. What's going on here? Anyway, Ebuka goes on to Kivo. Kivo, how are you? Tell me what's up with Temi's situation. You've had a lot to say about that. Oh, my sheep. Kivo said Shebi was by himself when Temi told him that she kissed Tram, and he felt disappointed, which he told her. So it was more like the same thing. Then Ebuka brought up something Tram said. Remember when these girls were talking about, I think it was Flora or something, talking to Temi about Kiva, and Tram came in and he was like, he had his time. Why did he not have fun? Should have had fun, that way. So Ebuka brought it up, said, why didn't Kiva had fun when it was his turn? And we saw Tram laughing, where he sat. Basically that if Temi was available and somebody wants to have fun, they should have fun. Temi was available for anybody to have fun. That's what he meant. So Kivo's turn had passed. He kept saying that Kivo's turn had passed. I beg, it's more like his turn. He should chill. That wasn't a nice thing to say, though. Anyway, Kivo now said he's not that kind of person. Because Ebuka even also asked him, are you sure you didn't take too long, It's like he's not that kind of person. They were still getting to know each other. At that point where they were, he was, settling in with her. He was almost getting there to the point where they would do their cuddle, but he didn't want to because, I want to give it to you. Like, it's the same thing that we all know, basically, but he just said, no, he wasn't that person. He was disappointed that she did what she did, knowing that, he likes her, blah, 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 and stuff. Like, he was a man, pretty straightforward. That's how he felt about it. What he said, period. And then there was a second eviction. And Ebuka goes, will all denominated housemates please stand? There was an envelope in his hand and everybody's standing. And he goes, Gerard. Gerard just walks, shakes everybody. You know that one, he don't already go for a mind. shakes everybody. And because they'd not said you've been evicted, he had to wait small in front. And then he stands, he's looking at Ebuka. Ebuka takes a bit. And then he goes, you are
Please sit yourself.
Please sit. He didn't believe it. He was like, he had to look well. Like, did I hear properly? What just happened? And he's shocked. He's sitting down. You know, they're hugging him like, oh my God. And next thing is Tram. And there's a raga. I'm like, can a raga just go? What's going on? And then he goes, Tram. Yeah, Tram, don't shake everybody again to you. And I'm like, what's wrong with all this? People should wait. Let them make an announcement, Joe. And Ebuka says, you are safe. And then he sits down. Oh my God. I'm like, okay, now we have Yusuf, we have Aiku, we have Araga, we have Godessa, we have Temin Kim, and we have Nomi. Who would go? Next thing we hear, Araga, you are safe. Ha! I wanted to faint. I said, so who is left to go? If Nomi is not going, because it's definitely not Temin Kim, it's definitely Aiku is Gambit, it's definitely not Yusuf. If Nomi does not go, then nobody is going tonight. I was like, what is going on? Next day, Ebuka said, I'll be back. Back from where, Ebuka? Next thing, you want to go on commercial break and come back again. What kind of suspense is this? Do you want to kill us? So anyway, they bring on Cassie on stage. And of course, what does he plan to do after? He says he'll take his acting career seriously and continue his business. That was it. And then Ebuka came back to the house. He was sweet. He just said, he addressed the house. He said, everybody is safe for the week. Congratulations. Just like that. Then he addressed the house about the mental pressure that they've been going through. You know, he acknowledged that what they've been going through can be mentally torturous. But the most important point he made was the first result should not be wanting to leave, you know. So this is why everybody's now saying, I don't want to do anymore. I want voluntary exit. I want to leave. Every small thing, all of a sudden, you want to run away. These Gen Z people, they don't care for 160 million. This house, I don't think people that have seen a set of housemates like this one. This one will send your papa. People that go say, who send and pick this set of people? Anyway, he's just told them that remember how many people auditioned for this, how many people who want the opportunity that you have. So make good use of it, you know. Use the opportunity. And honestly, after everything we've seen with people requesting voluntary exits, I think the message was very clear. And then Ebuka closed the show and left us with Nature's journey. You know, they had to play, you know how they play, oh, let's see your journey once the person is evicted on stage. And since she wasn't evicted and we didn't get to see her, they had to play her journey. She had quite a, you know, beautiful put together clips and time in the house. So, yep. And then we finally saw the votes. Nomi, 10.84%. Godessa, 6.76%. Cassie had 5.27%, which means that based on those results, Cassie and Godessa would have been the two housemates to leave. But Godessa was not evicted because they pitied her. Or because Araga was safe, they had to leave her for Araga. Okay. Well, congratulations to the people who survived the night. And yeah, it was such a packed Sunday live show. So in summary, Cassie left. Aiku, Yusuf, Araga found out on eviction day that they had actually been up. They are actually up for possible eviction. Gerald almost gave us a heart attack. Trump gave us another fake out. Araga survived. Temi, Yusuf, and Nomi stood there thinking one of them was going home, only for Big Brother to say, you're all safe. What a night. What a twist. So what did you guys think about the eviction show? Did you honestly think Araga was going home today? Also, very importantly, how do you feel about the voting results? Like, is the way these people would be bottom 3 this week and next week they're like, how did Araga go from bottom 3 of last week to not even being on it this week? And then Godessa, were you surprised that Cassie left?